my fishes, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome back to my channel where I bring you mermaid-related content to help you live life so mermaid. And today is another mermaid tail coloring challenge video. So if you're new to my channel and don't know, I host monthly coloring challenges over on patreonpod.com, which is my extended pod community. If you'd like to check out Patreon Pod, I will leave links and everything you need down in the description box down below. So what this is every month we do basically a coloring challenge. I will do a piece of art, and previously it was mermaid tails only. I am expanding and probably going to be including like full mermaids and maybe some faces and different designs, just, you know, to shake it up a little bit. Sometimes I feel like one can only draw so many mermaid tails. Am I right? Am I right? I don't know. I'm just feeling like a little inspired to you know, step out of the comfort zone, as it were. Anywho, my inspiration for this one, which isn't super evident until I get a little bit further down, was actually, and I forget the name of the particular kaiju I was thinking of, but Pacific Rim was a little bit of the inspiration for this one. Pretty big fan right here, waving in the background. So I wanted to do something with kind of like torn fins, a little bit less soft and a little bit more of a rougher edge while still being streamlined, and a little bit alien is kind of what I was going for, I think, with this one. Just an opportunity to put in some details that I don't usually tinker with in other tail designs that I do. I wasn't honestly like super sure for the fluke. I think I kind of just, what would you say, I winged it, wung it. Are these words? Who knows? Anyways, just, I was going more for like, find the vibe, feel the shape first. In hindsight, I would have done a little bit of it differently, but I'm pretty happy overall with how this turned out, and I've really been enjoying throwing in the full scales as opposed to doing individual plate scales, which, like, I guess for a kaiju probably would have made more sense, but I've been really loving making these scale sheets, so I don't know, I kind of went with it. Sometimes you just gotta go with it. And I don't know, I feel like it worked out pretty well, so, you know, hey, if it worked out, then why am I complaining? You know, all the things. And of course, as always, I go in with my base color to flesh out the area that I want to work with. I kind of wish that Sketchbook Pro, which is the program that I'm using, by the way, on my iPad Pro, it's one of my favorite ways to draw mermaid tails, and no, I am not sponsored, and if Sketchbook was ever like, hey man, we like your mermaid tails, do the thing, I'd be like, oh, yes, please. But I kind of wish they had a better masking setup. I mean, I have like kind of high expectations of painting programs because I use Photoshop all the time and it's my bubbles. But it's nice to be able to draw on a surface that feels kind of like you're sketching in a sketchbook. Sketching in a sketchbook. Oh yeah, the nerdy artists out there just appreciated that. Anyways, but yeah, so far as color goes, I was looking at different kaiju for some inspiration. I wanted it to feel kind of fleshy and, again, kind of alien without going too far from something that you would expect as a mermaid, or from me specifically. And I think the best part, like the part I was the most excited for, was the glowy bits. So I went in with like a really, really, really light blue and kind of threw in some of those, and then I went over it and did like a glow pass, which I think turned out okay. It was the first time I tried something like that in Sketchbook, and it was a bit strange to paint, but overall I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I think it turned out pretty darn good, you know, if I do say so myself. That's like, what are you gonna do? Excuse me. But yeah, in a sec you guys are going to get to see the full finished piece, as well as the patron participation pieces from last month. So this is what it looks like all finished. I was pretty happy with it. It might be fun to actually turn that into a tail. And here are the pieces from my patrons over on patreonpod.com. So this was last month's coloring tail challenge, and I was so pumped. There were so many submissions. I was like, yes, all the things. This is wonderful. And they were so wild and so different. Everybody sort of approached it from a totally unique point, and I think that's my favorite part of this whole journey, is to get to see how people approach the same design from a totally different view. It's really cool. So like, well done to the Patreon pod, man. And if you'd like to join us, of course, we have the monthly Mermaid Tail Coloring Challenge, the behind the scenes feed, there's the private Instagram, there's live streams, and all kinds of other good stuff over on patreonpod.com. We'd love to have you join us, and I hope to see you there. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Happy swimming! Bye!